Okay, in this quick lesson, we're going to show you how to create a base for your CAD Monster. So to create the base, what you'll first need to do is you need to pick a shape. So I'm going to go for the cylinder. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click and then drag it, holding down Shift. I'm going to guess the size of the base in relation to the monster. That looks about right. Now, if I want this to be a perfect circle, you can see here I've got these edges. I want to increase the sides to give me like a perfect circle like that. Then I click OK. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now work out what I need for the slot. But before I do that, I'm going to change the material thickness to 3mm. Now remember that all your parts need to be 3mm because that is the thickness of the material we are using for this project. So now we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little part onto here. This is the middle section. So I'm going to get my box and I'm going to just roughly line it up with the head. And again, before I even get this right, I'm going to just change that to 3mm just to make sure that everything is on the same level. And then let's go back to the top view again. So go to there, and because I want this to be nice and perfect, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a box around here, and I'm going to use the align tool, which you've been taught how to do, to align that with the center. Now what I'm going to do is just simply click this, and I'm going to drag it a little bit bigger, so it just touches the bottom of the model, and I might even just move up a bit further, so I don't get too much of it showing. I don't want too much of this long stick showing. I just want it to be stuck in the bottom of here. So that's fine like that. Now, I know that when I bring this in by default, it should be, so look, okay, it should be 20mm, and we need to remember that measurement, 20. We'll leave it at 20 because that's fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I'll probably draw another one. So I'll bring another one in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at 20 that way. But what I need to do is I need to change the thickness to 3mm. That's really important because the slot has got to be 3mm thick. So all you're going to do then is you're going to get this little slot here, and you're going to move it very carefully into the center of here. So again, remember that what you need to do is you need to highlight that, and then you're going to go to the mirror tool. That's not mirror. The align tool. You're going to click that, and then that puts that in the center. Now we need to cut this little slot out. Okay, but before we cut it out, what we're going to do is we're going to click it and just make sure that it's pushed down into the material, and then we're going to change it to that color, and then we're going to take it away. So I now know that that thickness will fit into there. Okay, it'll slot in nicely and give it a nice tight fit. So we do that. Okay, so that's like that. Now what I can do as well is, if I want to, I can add some further features onto this design. Now what I can do is I can scroll through to the shape generators and the all shapes option. If I go onto page 13, what I have here is a nice little tool. It's called circular array. And the way it works is I just drag it in, and what it does is it gives me an array. An array is like a circular pattern of the objects, and what I can do is I can click this and I can choose what pattern I want. So if I want it as a triangle, I can make it a triangle, and it changes to a triangle. I can also increase the amount of copies, so if I want more of them, it adds more. And what's nice about this is I'm just going to drop that down to probably like 15. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally drag it onto my work. Okay, I'm quite happy there because it fits. You can actually make it bigger or smaller. And what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight that, like we've done before, and just literally align and align. And then I'm going to tilt it a little bit And what we're going to do is we're just going to click one of these objects, pull it through the work, so it's going through like that. Click to make it transparent, and then just basically select them both, and then take it away. And what that'll give us, if you look from the top, it gives us a nice little pattern on our base. We need to do one more thing, and that last thing is to make sure that this is all aligned. So that's all aligned, and it also needs to be joined. So to finish up, what we have is we have our monster, okay, and we have all the parts ready to be laser cut.